time I had a problem. They weren't listening to the last time I was telling them. So, you know, I mean, that's a bit of the dilemma. We're so busy that I don't think we're slowed down enough that, for instance, Sue was telling me that they called somebody, I know who it is now, and they were telling them about a situation, and they talked so long that, hey, wait a minute, I didn't want this to go 45 minutes. I got other things to do.
Well, the truth is, I'm going to tell you this, guys, is you ain't got to get brothers and sisters. You can have all the friends you want in the world, or whatever, but they ain't going to make up for your six brothers and sisters. You can try to cover, not to say, I've heard people say, I don't need my brother, I don't need my dad, but yeah, you do need your brother, and you need your dad.
But a proverb says a friend that is near is better than a brother far away.
But I love him dear and dad.
Well, I don't want to use this as an excuse or anything, but there over the last 12 years, since my hearing has gotten so messed up, there have been many times that I thought about calling, but I really have a hard time on the telephone. And for instance, when you were talking there right now, I didn't get much of what you were saying. One of the things, I'll just say this since we're here together as family, is my hearing problems is the speed, the nerve centers in my ears connected to my brain are damaged to where they can't pick up quickly as normally they would. So unless a person is speaking rather slow, they can speak clear words, but if they're and I'm back here trying to figure out what they said, and they're up here continuing their talking, and my mind just, I'm not saying this critically, but my hearing has been a tremendous problem, even with your mother's condition. I don't know how many times I've had to ask the nurses when they would come. Now, one of the nurses, she spoke slow and clear, and I could get her words very good. But the other nurses and the chaplain that came, I couldn't tell you 10% of what they said while they were there.
Well, you know, one thing that I would encourage you to do, no matter who you're listening to, when you don't understand what they're saying, don't let it go.
Well,
I mean,
what should you do?
Ask them to speak slowly and repeat it. Speak slow. I mean, it's not. It's bad hearing. It's not leprosy.
Right.
It's a common thing.
I have bad hearing now, and I'm 50 years old. What do you think my ears would be like when I'm your age? Think about that. My hearing is a whole lot worse at my age than yours was ever when you were 50. I mean, I've got the problem, and I do it. I mean, I tell people now. You know, if somebody, otherwise you end up letting the situation develop where they think you don't hear what they said because your response isn't responsive to what they said. You know, so, you know, a lot of times people say things that doesn't matter whether you hear them or not. But if they're talking to you, you know, and you don't hear the words that they're saying, just put your hand up.
Well, it can really be depressing, and it has slowly worked on me to where, as all of you know, I'm sure you've observed, I don't respond to conversations anywhere near like I used to. For instance, in our elders meeting, I have an awful time in the elders meeting because one of the elders particularly, he's talked with me about it and everything, but his words are just and how are you going to respond in an elders meeting sitting there right around the table when you didn't get my mind is trying to get the words and I've missed the total subject that they're talking about.
Yeah, I think the handicap comes to a point that you have to concede that you can't function normally in a meeting. Because in a meeting you can't stop the speaker when he's got 5 people. So you can't cure that, but you can cure any one-to-one conversation. You can still hear well enough to slow down any adult person to a level and a speaking pattern that you can understand. Make them do it. And if you do it for them a few times, they'll find out, just like I'm talking now, they'll find out what you can hear and at what pace. Now the kids, you have to be patient with them. They're not going to understand this. Children won't understand this. I can't understand children. Fortunately, what they say usually is of not such great consequence.
Well, for instance, among your children now, your words, I very seldom have much trouble, but when Marcy's on the phone,
I had trouble understanding.
I have an awful time.
I started to repeat. And Ted, when he
And I don't say this, Ted's the same.
when Ted was sitting over there with Daddy, and he was talking, and I knew he was saying something, I knew I could just barely hear it, and I said, Daddy, you can't hear that. Now, what he was saying was so important that it was good, and he's talking to you, lean forward. Just, get with me now, come on, I'm working to hear you, work to let me hear you.
Right,
You don't have to apologize for doing that.
Right.
I mean, we want to be able to communicate with you. And if it means that we need to be reminded.
My scout. No, you didn't.
But you pointed it, I know Daddy was.
Yeah, really. Finder speed.
I tell you this, Nan Amler, Lisa's mother, who worked at a nursing home, she told me, I talked to her about what she told me to say that.
I'm facing a situation where I'm right on the borderline.
I'm just making an announcement that that remote stopped up, so don't anybody.
The ladies.
This is a man that's waiting here for a while yet.
I mean, you were yelling to make it better.
That's
not doing it. Which was
I thought that was no, I don't believe for that.
When I realized.
Yeah, that's probably good there at the end. This is
Their problems are rather. We're not meeting again tomorrow.
What is this great big office?
I think we're.
Okay, don't get up for me and have breakfast.
That's the only thing.
There's gotta be
For the reason oh, that's for the corn.
maybe it is a little long.
That is stuff because all passengers go
Yeah, there's room from one end to the other.
all the lights are turned off. And yet you are really, yes, ma'am. Okay. Is your truck open or can you get in?
That's right here. He's down there. The stand came in a separate box.
Does it go in that L shape like it was the other night? Where did this come from?
Does this go in?
I don't really convince him of that. I tried to give them to him and he said they
I'm just gonna leave them with those others.
wouldn't. You want to Bonnie and John, or Marcy?
I'd be glad to pay, I think everybody.
Is this
We may not
a
have.
board in
You finished with this?
Part in the middle.
Yeah.
Well, unless you want to leave, have it on.
we probably ought to make a little bit of a U shape here rather than a straight line. So basically, have to turn this way.
Get down.
Like this.
Get down, boy.
Submit, boy. Come over here just a couple of inches. You don't want this thing spread out so far apart.
I got, Justin, you need to be on the other end to make this centered, so the fireplace is in the middle. Well, I mean, or everybody, maybe everybody should slide.
Now you got it out of order.
That was good.
I think you ought to put Marcy, put Happy over here so they're in order.
Do I need a little more powder?
We gotta be in order. Well, then
I
Nancy,
think it's-
no, she means, y'all slide down, she wants.
Y'all slide down, we'll put Happy in here.
No, no. She's trying to always be the boss and get the head of the line.
And then we're in,
Set to
well, we gotta be in order too.
Let me move that ball.
We got the middle. There you go. Now,
All right,
now we got the babies in the middle too.
baby's in the middle.
Can we turn that lamp off so you don't get that backlight?
Yeah, turn the lamp off, and y'all need to scrunch up a little bit.
Crunch up, yeah.
Turn sideways.
SOS, scrooch up sign, scrooch over sign.
We're gonna take it first.
Steve and Nancy start pushing.
Don't get in front of the camcorder.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
I love
Okay,
you.
1 more.
Jeez.
Okay.
Now play her some dance music while she's up there.
Yeah.
Hamburger.
You want any other pictures of the couples or anything?
I think it would be nice to take the in-laws and if any couples
Then we
want
gotta
pictures, we can do that as well.
I think that would be nice.
I think that would be very nice too.
The whole problem with the in-laws, we get people all in-laws, we don't have to listen to them.
That's okay.
Yes, sure.
And we don't have
So
to make
beautiful.
pictures.
They're just gonna go down in history. Thank
DAUTIFUL.
you. You weren't there. Let's send them a picture. Let's send this ghost like all the time.
Yeah, you can stand there with your arm like you have some money.
Then we'll insert that picture.
Little message.
Yeah, we gotta leave Bruce and Jim's head to be inserted into this
We'll
photo.
put you and Ted together.
You're sweet.
That'll confuse our posterity.
What do you want to try to get
How about if we
everybody?
have a picture of just the in-laws?
Okay, that's
Here, meet that.
Linda
Mel
and
and
What's this? I said, whoa, that man don't put in.
yeah, that's as far as I've got. I already put it in the other two.
John, we need John.
I will.
We'll have to take it up.
I'll get, not with Steve.
There we go.
Here we are.
Yeah, geez.
Go ahead, yeah, there.
Scrunch up, there we go.
Scrooch up. Here we are.
I got a light rod, I need a 4.0.
Just
John,
don't
did
know
your
about
flashlight on
John's
the
trying to
back
do
of
Jake
the
Hess
flash
impression.
attachment, the red light on the back of the
We always
flash?
did enjoy doing that.
I've already looked.
Whenever I hear Jake Hess, I think of
Let me
John.
get one more.
You have one of your business.
You ain't no good, man, so.
Oh,
You ain't never caught a rabbit in
I'm not
years.
so hard right
So anybody else would like pictures, we can do that.
Before you go to bed.
All right.
Are you through? I want to make sure I don't forget my truck.
Picture of you
I
and
got truck, I got
Just
full.
Just take your pictures.
Dad, come here.
You may up.
You finished with this?
What's that?
Yes. South Carolina.
Is that the only thing that's left of that hand? You spaced that out really well.
We got some, we got some cakes.
I'd like to stay a few years, because I'd like to watch it.
Well, I think, I don't think we get one.
I mean, the way you said.
Well, that's what I thought you wanted. You have to wait there.
I know what it is. The little girl made these brand markers, and then she wasn't crazy about it. I said, no.